Okay, so I have 35 Once Upon a Time superlatives, and I'm gonna go through them. And yeah, before I start, there is canon and non-canon options. So I'm looking at canon as they existed at some point, not necessarily that they were, that way in the end of the show, just that they existed at some point. And then non-canon is obviously, they never existed. Okay. Let's do this. Favorite couple canon. I'm going to go Robin and Alice from season 7 of Once Upon a Time. Yeah, I'm going there. I thought they were really cute and everything like that, but yeah. Least favorite couple canon. Okay. I'll say for short term, Robin and Zelina. I mean, obviously. But in terms of the long term, Rumple and Belle. Rumple and Belle were just toxic for each other. Nope. Favorite couple non-canon. Now, I could go Emma and Regina. I could. But I'm not going to. I'm going back to season 7, and I am going with Henry and Drusilla. Weird, I know, but I'm going there. Couple that deserved better, easily. Red and Dorothy. I mean, they had, one episode? Come on! Give us something. Oh, Red and Dorothy, the couple that really could have been. And never was. Except for one episode. Yeah, they deserve so much better. Swanfire or Captain Swan. So that's Neil and Emma versus Hook and Emma. I'm gonna say Captain Swan, Hook and Emma. I think, even though I don't personally, ship them, I do ship them more than I do Neil and Emma. I feel like, Hook and Emma, at least there was love there type thing. I felt like with Neil and Emma, it was there wasn't really this whole, love there. I don't know. To me, Emma deserved better than Neil. I'm not entirely sure that is Hook who is better than Neil, but out of the two, Hook, for sure. Favorite friendship. I'm torn because there's a part of me that wants to say Regina and Emma, but I also love Emma and Elsa. And I think I might like Emma and Elsa more than I like Emma and Regina. I think because I'm just sold on Emma and Regina, should have been a couple. I'm gonna go Emma and Elsa. Least favorite friendship. I don't know if I hated any of the friendships. That's weird. Oh, no. I thought of one that I hate. Peter Pan and Felix. Look, I mean, they were ride or die, basically, but toxic friendship if I've ever seen one. Peter Pan and Felix is my least favorite friendship. Favorite siblings besides Regina and Zelina. I mean, I was going to say Regina and Zelina, but besides them, what siblings were in the show? You know what? I'm going Anna and Elsa. For the sheer purpose that I don't remember any other siblings in the show. I know there were other siblings. I'm just were they significant enough for me to actually like them? I don't think so, because I could barely remember them. So I'm going Anna and Elsa because they're the ones I remember. The bar is low, guys. The bar is low. Favorite villain? I'm leaning towards Maleficent in this one. I think I love Maleficent in general, but like Once Upon a Time made her sort of villainous, but they didn't like lean too heavily into the villainous side, and they did redeem her in the end. And I'm going Maleficent. I'm going Maleficent. Yay. Least favorite villain? Ursula for this one, because I feel like Ursula could have done so much more, and she didn't. And it kind of made me sad, because I was like, okay, Ursula, love her, right? And then it's like, Ursula, can you do something? Like, instead of just, you know, hanging around with the, you know, Queens of Darkness and Rumple and doing basically nothing. Apparently she couldn't. So I'm gonna say Ursula is my least favorite villain. That hurts. Favorite backstory? I'm gonna go with Cruella on this one. I'm gonna go with Cruella on this one because I like that they surprised me. Like, I thought, oh no, here we go. The tragic backstory for, you know, the villain. And to explain why they're a villain, they have to have a tragic backstory. And they didn't do that. They went, no, her mother's locking her in the attic because she's got a few screws loose. And I'm like, you know what? Good on them for leaning into that angle, because when your last name is literally Devil, I don't think there's a redeeming aspect in there. So good on Once Upon a Time for leaning into the villain that Cruella is versus giving her a tragic backstory and that's why she's bad. No, they're like, no, she's bad. She basically came out of the womb bad. And I'm here for it. Okay, favorite outfit. Oh boy. This is hard because there's a lot of favorite outfits. And I feel like a lot of them come from Regina. Because, like, Regina is the, like, queen of fashion. But I think in particular I really love Regina's, like, red velvet, like, dress type thing from Camelot. But if I have to go with a character other than Regina, but still an outfit that is iconic, Emma's red leather jacket. Hands down, I want Emma's red leather jacket. Favorite twist? Not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna say Lady Tremaine is Rapunzel. When season 7 came, season 7 needed to step up its game, and it did, with the twist that Lady Tremaine is Rapunzel. Least favorite twist. Oh my goodness, we come to this one. Gideon is the figure under the hood. So basically, season 6 starts off with Emma having visions of, you know, dying at the hands of this figure under the hood. And a good chunk of season 6 is trying to figure out how to save Emma from dying, and also who is this figure under the hood. Well, the answer was lackluster, to say the least. Rumple and Belle's grown-up son, under the control of Black Fairy, aka Rumple's mother, was the figure under the hood. Of all the options we could have had, that was not one of them. Gideon comes out of nowhere and is the figure under the hood. But he doesn't want to be the figure under the hood. He's under the control of Black Fairy, who has his heart. Like, really? Really? This big final battle that we were building up to, the big bad was Gideon. Or Black Fairy. However you want to look at it. Either way, Pointless answer. Do not like this twist at all. Like, despise this twist with like every fiber of my being. Yeah. Favorite character? I mean, gotta be Regina. Gotta be Regina. I love Regina. I love her. So, yeah, Regina, favorite character. Least favorite character? You know what? I'm going Jekyll. I'm going Jekyll. Bet you weren't expecting that. Just, I felt like the whole Jekyll Hyde story could have been really good. Like, there's so much to work with in terms of like the Jekyll and Hyde story. And I do like that even though Jekyll removed the darkness from himself, the darkness did grow back. I did like that, but overall, like, Jekyll was so lackluster, especially compared to Hyde, who I think was like infinitely better. Still not better enough to be anywhere within my top tier character list, but Hyde was infinitely better than Jekyll. So yeah, I'm going least favorite character, Jekyll. Most overused character. You know what? I gotta go there. I gotta say Regina. Look, I know I said Regina's my favorite character. I still stand by that, but I felt like Regina was was also the most overused character. I felt like when she had like backstory shown, it was the same thing. She's trying to kill Snow. And it's like, okay, like, really? We don't need whole backstories to her trying to kill Snow. Because we know she's trying to kill Snow. So there were some flashbacks that were better, and it was the flashbacks that sort of swayed away from that or introduced new characters like Maleficent. But it just felt like in present day, Regina was used a lot. In the flashbacks, Regina was used a lot. And I'm like, I feel like we could use other characters. And I feel like we could have different flashbacks with different characters showing different things rather than having Regina trying to kill Snow for the, like, billionth time. So yeah, I would say most overused character is Regina, even though I still love her. Most underused character. I could say Dorothy. I could. I'm not going to, though. I'm going to say Mulan. Because I feel like... I don't know. I feel like they're almost on the same level in terms of, like, underusedness. But I feel like Dorothy kind of had her own moments, whereas I feel like Mulan was very much like, you know, second character, you know, side character, just being there to be there. And Mulan didn't really have her own story. Her story was basically to fuel other people's stories. And I feel like Dorothy kind of had that as well, but I don't know. I feel like Dorothy had a little bit more leg to stand on. I'm torn because both are an option, but I'm going to stick with Mulan. Character you wish they introduced. Who would they introduce? This is a weird thing. I want to say Moana, but I don't know. Like, I don't know when Moana came out in terms of Once Upon a Time, like, whether it would have worked. But I love Moana. So I'm going to say Moana, even if it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Moana. Character you wish you could bring back from the dead. Who died? Like, who died in this show? I'm gonna say Robin. I'm gonna say Robin Hood. Let's bring him back. Let's give Regina happiness, y'all. Give her happiness. I'm gonna stick with Robin because I'm like, I don't know who else died and I don't know if I want them back. Like, the ones I'm remembering dying, I'm like, I don't need them back. So I'm gonna say Robin Hood. Character you wish death to the most. Tamara. I don't know what her purpose was in the show. She just felt like she existed to be annoying and aggravating, and therefore I wish death to Tamara the most. Two characters who should have met. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to probably say Cora and Black Fairy. I mean, I think it would be chaos if they met. And I'm here for chaos. So Cora and Black Fairy. Let's go with that. Favorite musical number from the musical episode? Wicked Always Wins. Wicked Always Wins. Oh, I love Wicked Always Wins so much. I just played it again this morning. Favorite quote? Okay. There's a lot of good quotes in this show, but I would say my favorite quote is,
people are going to tell you who you are your whole life. You just got to punch back and say, no, this is who I am. You want people to look at you differently? Make them. You want to change things, you're going to have to go out there and change them yourself, because there are no fairy godmothers in this world.
Love it because it is so true. Favorite location? What do we mean by location? What do we mean by that? I guess if we're going land, I gotta go Storybrooke. Storybrooke was his own character. Like, when we were like leaving Storybrooke, I was sad because it was like we're losing another character. So I guess in terms of land, Storybrooke. I guess in terms of like building establishment, Grannies. Like, Grannies. I love Grannies. Favorite castle? I'm going Snow's Castle. Funniest moment? Okay. I think the funniest moment for me personally is when Regina learns that Selena is her sister.
Now, how do you know my mother?
Same way you do.
I'm your sister.
Actually, half-sister, but details.
That's not possible. You're green.
And you're rude.
Saddest moment. I mean, Robin's funeral. I mean, just the whole funeral itself was like sad. If they did another spin-off, it should be about what? Oz. Specifically in Oz, Red, Dorothy, and Mulan's adventures in Oz, and then like seeing Red and Dorothy fall in love. I'm clearly still on the train that Red and Dorothy deserve better. Show Once Upon a Time should have done a crossover with. I don't know. I don't watch a whole lot of shows that could work with a Once Upon a Time crossover. I guess Grimm could work. I can see how Grimm could work. So Grimm, I guess. One question about the show you'd like to get answered. There's a lot. I guess the one part that's always bugged me is, like, why no one realized that Henry was the only one aging. Like, that's always sort of bothered me, like, because, like, before Henry showed up, it's like, okay, this is the normal, right? But then, like, Henry shows up and he's aging and nobody else is, and it's like, not one person sat there and was like, huh, that seems weird. Like, I guess that would be the one question that I want answered, is like, why did no one realize Henry was the only one aging? Did it screw with their brains a little bit, making them think that Henry wasn't aging or that everybody else was aging? If anybody wants to answer this question for me, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Favorite arc? Ooh, this is tough. Because I go back and forth between the Frozen arc and the Queens of Darkness arc. I really do love those arcs. The Queens of Darkness. I'm going Queens of Darkness. I'm going Queens of Darkness because, I don't know, I loved just the Queens of Darkness and Regina playing double agent. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I'm going Queens of Darkness. I'm going Queens of Darkness. Least favorite arc? Underworld. Underworld. It was so lackluster. They were in the underworld. Hades was a character, I guess. We got Hercules for a hot minute. But it's like, of all the things that they could have done with the Underworld arc, they went the route they went. And nope. 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 Least favorite season? Season 7. Season 7 could have been good if Season 7 had bothered to change things up and, you know, mix some things up. Instead, they went copy-paste Season 1 with a few twists, like my favorite twist. But, just copy-paste Season 1, but without any of the charm of Season 1. And ending on a high note, favorite season? It's always between 1 and 2 for me. You know what? For this video, let's go 1. And that is my answer to the 35 Once Upon a Time Superlatives. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm looking at the time of this video and it is insane. But let me know what your answers to these superlatives would be. If you don't want to go through all 35, just pick a few and give me your answers. I am really curious to hear what everyone's answers are, what everybody thought of my answers. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more Once Upon a Time content.